Hello, good afternoon, everyone. We are the Conquerors, a team passionate about using innovation to solve real life challenges. Our project is AfriPay, a platform built to empower African creators in the global digital economy. My name is Joyce, and with me are Bismarck, Gentile, Genevieve, and Anoid. The challenge we focused on is digital economic barriers across Africa. Many talented creators are limited in reaching global markets. The reasons are clear. International payment platforms are hard to access, fees are high, and currency conversions make it even harder to earn fairly. African creators are blocked by payment system and unfair policies. This costs the continent about $15 billion every year and even millions of young talents without a fair income. This is not just economic issue, it is a barrier to creativity, opportunity, and growth. The group most affected is young people, especially those aged 18 to 35. This is the age where creativity and entrepreneurship are at their peak. Digital artists, musicians, and content creators are all trying to build a brighter future. But because of these barriers, their reach is often limited to local markets and their talent is undervalued. Africa, the world's largest continent, has 60% of its populations under 25. This represents massive creative potentials, yet without access to global markets. Africa not only loses revenue, but also deepens inequality in the global creative economy. Let's take Amara, a 24-year-old creator from Lagos. She lost $3,000 last year in fees only, and she's not only one. This is the reality for millions of content creators in Africa. By addressing this problem, we can empower a whole generation to connect with the world and unlock new opportunities. Thank you.
I'll move on to the economic impact of our study. And why this happened is based on our market. Okay, so the market growth rate is really blocked because looking at the current markets, which sum up onto $35 billion, and our potential market we could have already earned as $50 billion. So the gap here is that we are losing 15 billion as opportunity that if things are put in place, we could earn much higher in our creative industry, which will help in our developmental goals. So this is what I realized led to that 15 billion loss because there is 45% loss in the transaction fees. There is also 30% in the currency conversion because in Africa we all have different currency and don't spend one currency like the way EU people are using one currency in various countries. So this is something that really affects our creative industry and also limit us from earning or much revenue from that side. What happens is that when there is a currency conversion, the transaction fees also increases because once you convert, money loses value, and once it loses value, it doesn't have the strength to work in the market it's supposed to be. So it really destabilizes and motivates content creators, artists, or people who are influencers in our economy to monetize their work. And this is what happens when we bring out our AfriPay solution that will serve as a bridge between the traditional banking system and the Western banking system because it's going to help reduce the fees to 3% because now we are going to scrap 45% fees to 3% because now it's going to make easy currency conversion, also coming to also avoid delayed payment and also reduce the transaction fees, which will help us to save 6.3 billion annually. Next is youth unemployment. So statistically, 60% of young African creatives remain unemployed. That is from 18 to 35 years. And they are impacted by the various countries stated below: Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa. So you could see on the map that 65% of Nigerian youth are unemployed, Ghana 58, Kenya 55, South Africa 52. So this is what happens, and this is the root cause to it. So you can realize that there is no access global platform payment. So when they are making content in TikTok, they are making content from Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, trying to influence the people, the masses, based on our culture. When you look at the Amara case, whose content is on culture, the algorithm doesn't favor us because it doesn't get to the right platform. And also due to the transaction cost, it doesn't give people the edge to make more content. So the platform is already discriminated against we the Africans. So if this AfriPay comes into being, it's really going to solve that problem by reducing the gaps between we and the foreign West, and also the AI that will be embedded into our platform will also help the algorithm to reach the right people so that they can help monetize in that industry. So looking at the scale and growth, our direct creative practitioners has a population of 2.5 million people into this, from Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, and other countries, which has a greater distribution and the people who consist of that. And also looking at the growth trajectory, you could see that 2.5 million creators as at 2023 to 15 million creators as at 2030. That is projected. So you could see also the market trend that also stated 5 million to 100 million. So it means that Africa has some untapped potential that if all the infrastructures are put in place, it is going to have impact on the workforce and also the economy as a whole.
With our user persona in mind, Amara, who is an African creator creating from Africa and highlighting some of the pain points she has faced as an African creator, we decided to come up with a solution called the AfriPay Creators Platform. Now, the AfriPay Creators Platform is a blockchain-based payment and distribution ecosystem designed specifically for African creators, integrating mobile money with cryptocurrency. Now, why do we think that this AfriPay Creator Platform is the solution that every African creator needs? Because it uses blockchain technology. It eliminates intermediaries and reduces cost by 80%. It aids mobile money integration, working with existing African payment system, cultural relevance attached to it. It is created by Africans for African creator, and we believe in the scalability of this platform because we believe that the platform can grow from 1,000 users to 1,000,000 users seamlessly. Why do we think that this platform is going to be effective to African creators? Because it helps with instant payment. You do not have to wait to be paid after 90 days. You get paid under 10 minutes. No bank account required. It uses 2G network. Mobile currency is supported by our platform. Whatever currency the creator is being paid with, our platform actually supports it, and the educational resources that are also included. Our platform is designed in such a way that it would also help the creators to be able to track their performance and analytics regardless of whatever platform, social media platform that they are creating from.
So thank you very much. So continuing with our wireframe and prototype, where we have three screens. The first one, which will be our onboarding, where we will have our welcome screen with an African image. We have our mobile login options, and we will have our language selections in that scene, in that screen. And then we go to the next screen, where we have our creators dashboard, where our creators will be able to view their real-time learning display because they have already linked all their different platforms to the app, and they will be able to follow their followers count. They will be able to have their performance metrics, a creator's content button, and they will be able to review their daily highlights what they have done. And then we have the last screen, which is payment hub, where the content creator will be able to send receive money instantly. Multiple currency wallet. We have a transaction history available for them. We will have fee calculator, and then we will have withdraw to mobile money after the different currencies have been applied. So basically that is everything for our wireframe and prototype, but without also forgetting we have additional features such as AI content suggestions, we have community forums, we have educational tutorials, and an analytic dashboard for them to access. Thank you very much. That will be all.